All right, so it's gonna be episode 73 of the Just Chillin' podcast. I'm your host Miguel. Man, we got a lot of talent in the Zoom room tonight, man. We got my boy Mexico Paternity, new singer this week. Anything for fame. We got Shine, straight out Toronto, music all over the place. We're gonna talk about that too. Crispin Charles, dope artist out of Toronto as well. Gonna talk about that tonight too as well. But I know one of the prime things I definitely wanted to hit out the gate was and I'm gonna go all the way around. So Crispin Charles, just talk to me about what Player Made is where the idea come from and what is Player Made.
But the idea, oh man, Player Made is just as 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 a youngin running through Toronto. It first started off with just dealing with all these young ladies. You know what I mean? And then it turned into something else. It turned into this is a business. This is a way we can make some money. Because I started off as a group. We started making shirts, hoodies, sweaters, and as people started taking a liking to it, we started generating some income. So it became a little bit bigger than we first expected it to be. But it's just a vibe type of thing.
All right. With that filthy generation, man, tell me a little bit about filthy generation.
Filthy
Sean?
generation. Filthy generation is like it's basically like a movement, like a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's just like the world that we're living in today. Like it's like everything. If when you hear the word filthy, you either think about like the nastiest thing, but also like the grandest thing. So it's like it's filthy. Like I want to be filthy rich, or I want to be like have filthy cars or whatever. Like anything. I'm just talking in a materialistic using a materialistic example right now, but like it's just really just life. You know what I mean? It's just how you go from like point A to point Z and go through the processes of life, everyday life. You know what I mean? So
No,
just
man,
try to relate.
you explain that perfectly, man. It could be looked at as a positive or a negative. So,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
man,
Exactly.
give us a rundown on Black Hustle Family, man.
Oh shit, Black Host Family. Y'all, anybody that sees my music been saying this pretty much since I came out. That's pretty much the what we call my group. It's just a collective of my folks. It's like my family. We call ourselves Black Hustle Family. Y'all see my music. It's gonna say the record label Black Hustle Family Entertainment. That's just my brand. That's who I am. That's that. When y'all see Black Hustle Family, that's me. That's the whole team. That's my family. That's just what I'm saying. Like the QC quality control. That's just who we is. So and now we just started working on getting our merch and shit put out. So Black Hustle Family, that's just me and my brand. Outside of Metric Fertility, that's the team. That's the home team.
All right. So when y'all see this episode, don't act like y'all see these brands out here. Don't act like y'all don't know what they talking about.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. They done broke it down. I done got them to break it down for y'all. So we're gonna start out with Mitt, man.
Yeah.
How do you pick the songs that you do videos for?
Oh shit. Most of the time, if I'm gonna do a video for it, it's probably gonna be a more so song that I can see the most potential out of, or the most mainstream song that I can make. With this one, it's been so long. I didn't shoot a video for the entire 2020. So the latest one I just released, I just had to get something out. So I had to, and it had to be urgent. It had to be right then. It had to be January because I hadn't dropped none at all. So it was more so like right now I'm fiending for performance. So I'm fiending for to get on the stage. Like I want to be on the stage so bad. It's been a whole year since I've been on stage. So I really, 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 it's been since August of 19 since I've been on stage. So I'm just at that point where I just needed to do something. So that it's just really just picking the song that can do the most potential. Except this time around, it was just I just had to do something. So for sure.
Are you this could excuse me. This could be for all y'all. Are y'all is that like with the pandemic starting to like the live shows down and shit like that? Is the videos like substituting for that on stage feeling for y'all?
Yeah, definitely. Like the on stage is definitely something I miss. Like homie just said right there. Like I haven't performed. Like literally last year around this time was the last time I performed. Still, like we need that. Like as artists, I think we need that. I think we need that expression to like get on the stage and feel a crowd and rock a crowd. And I know like down in the States, like I see a lot of people still performing and stuff, but like none of that stuff's happening up here still. Like, so like we're just like, yo, we're waiting. You know, Crispin could attest to that too, because like we perform a lot, you know. So like we're waiting for that. Like, you know, like I can't wait. I can't wait to go down south, to be honest. Like,
Right. Yeah. Matt, what did you get a title on? Well, I mean, I know you got a title for, but what does anything for fame mean to you?
Oh yeah, as far as that song go, really, that song was just something that I started off. Sometimes you get these ideas off of me. I really just needed a song for the first two songs I had planned on putting out. It was supposed to be more rap based. I just needed to get you know my thoughts out, but more so of I wanted to get away from melodies for just a second, because, you know, that's my thing. That's my whole thing. Like, it still was melodic towards the end, you know, very, very end. But I wanted to, you know, get my rapping off a little bit. And so I just wrote, I started off, you know, with the first couple of lines, and then it just ended up turning into anything for fame, you know. So I just felt like it was relevant to what things going on in the quarantine and different shit like that. And what I see a lot in the world where everybody, these females, they join OnlyFans. I be seeing folks join the OnlyFans. They ain't even gave themselves a chance at life yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like you graduated and the first thing you thought, OnlyFans, like you ain't try to pick up a book or nothing. Like you ain't give yourself no type of chance or something. So that's what it just really was, just trying to get something relevant to the time, you know, and get my toxic thoughts off.
Nah, he being modest right there, man. The line was like, what you mean you don't understand? You got a kid, what you mean you don't understand? When she grows up, she gonna see you giving head. Like, that's deep when you think about it. Like, that's lyrics right there. Your daughter gonna grow up and find that OnlyFans page, find that video one day, probably seek it out.
And once it's on the internet, it's definitely forever, man. So I just think that a lot of kids, like, you gotta think I'm 23. So, you know, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people my age bracket is out here doing it. I'm like, shit, y'all got kids now. So a lot of y'all got kids. This internet, this shit ain't going away. So once, you know, folks get older, I be thinking about that. You know, you got porn stars, strippers, and shit like that. I mean, at some point, you got to think about my kid. You know what I'm saying? You know, they gotta grow up too. So, you know, they can get teased for that. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing is too, the internet had a part to play with that, because, like, you know, beforehand, you know, if somebody went and danced or somebody did something like that, that shit would never get out.
Right.
Now everybody got a phone up. You know what I'm saying?
You can be discreet. Now you can't do that no more.
If you ain't recording, somebody else recording.
Right.
Somebody's recording every time, man.
Yeah.
Everything you do out here.
Yeah. What's the story behind that top 50 list? Because I didn't see it.
Nah, they always put out little top 50s in Birmingham, like out of nowhere, and it's just like I really ain't give a damn, but it's just I feel like sometimes you can throw bars together as artists. It's like you don't really give a damn, but you really want to talk your shit. It's just me talking my shit right now. I was like, these bitches really put out a top 50 list and ain't acknowledged me. Like I said I'm top 50 in the world, not just this city. Like I feel like I'm that cold. And I feel like every artist, you know what I'm saying?
I love that shit, man.
You feel like that, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you the best. Like, I was like, put me next to Drake, nigga. Like, I'm that cold. Like, don't stop playing with me. Like, but nah, like, I just looked at that shit and just like, I want to say something, I want to talk about it. Like, again, there was just relevance. What's going on at that point, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just reflecting on, you know, the year and shit like that. So they put out a top 50 list, and like, I'm just looking at the people on the list. I'm be like, well, this person do this, or this person do that, or this person make the same song that sound like this, or this person don't got nothing going on for them. Y'all just pick them because that's y'all own boy or something like that. So it's just like, all right, y'all pitch y'all little top 50, and I ain't on that bitch. All right, cool.
Yeah, they try to make it like a popularity contest, and not so much on skill sometimes, but I mean, the real ones still get found though. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know, as long as you keep putting in the work and shit like that.
No doubt.
Anything for fame, definitely, if y'all watching this, go check it out on YouTube, Metrical Futurity. What you say you dropping videos every month, dropping singles every month?
I'm dropping singles every month. Now I do got for the next 3 months. It will be a video coming out that will be every fourth Monday, I guess, because the song is gonna come out every third Friday. So the song come out Friday, I have the video come out the next Monday, the following Monday. So I guess every fourth Monday for the next 2 months after this month, it'll be a video. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm putting out enough content to build. You know, I've been saying, you know, pretty much since December, this is gonna be my year to blow up. And so I'm gonna at least put my efforts, you know, forward to make sure that shit happen. And so yeah, and so that song, like I said, that bit we had dates. I put it out. What it was Monday, we had 1,500. You know, I ain't never got nothing to go that fast. You know what I'm saying? We're doing these ads and shit like that. So I got 1,500 views right now. So I think that's dope for me. You know,
it is, man.
Here we are.
Support. Yeah, but we're gonna let you kick back, man. We're gonna get to know Shine and Crispin, man. Shine, how did you pick the name Shine to go, you know, to use for your music?
That's pretty much like my nickname, like the name that I grew up with, you know, since I was like about 13, I want to say like 13, 14 years old. Like that's just what everybody called me J Shine, like, you know, so I just cut the J and just kept it Shine. Like it's really not that, it really wasn't that deep still, you know, but yeah.
It's just a nickname.
Yeah, just a nickname, you know, like, you
I don't know why I think so much go into like these stage names and stuff like that. It could really just be as simple as a nickname sometimes.
Yeah, it's just a nickname growing up, like, you know, and it just stuck, and to this day, people just still call me Shine. So it's just like, why not use what people already know me by, right? So make it a lot easier to just keep going, you know, from there.
Right. Well, how long you been making music?
I've been making music for a long time, man. I've been making music since I'm about 14, 15 years old, on and off, like, but I really been taking it seriously like the last 4 or 5 years. Like I'm talking about like every day I'm doing something, or like every other day, you know. Obviously there's downtimes in between here and there and whatnot, but like really like working on the craft, like trying to master the craft, like master my writing, master my song making abilities, like for the last 4 or 5 years, like solid, going on 6. Yeah, like I would say since 2016. That's when I really like, yeah, I said, yeah, this is it. Like, you know?
Do y'all get summer up there in Toronto?
Yeah, man. It's cold. It'd be a cold summer sometimes too, but like, yeah, man. We get summer out here for sure, man. You know, like our weather's like, yo, from like, I want to say like April, we start getting a little bit warm, and then yeah, it starts getting cold around October, you know, like, so it's about like the same as New York, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, same as New York. So.
Hey, you don't know about Carabana then?
He don't know about Carabana still. He don't know about Carabana, fam. Carabana is crazy, man. Like, that's where all the girls come out. It's the Caribbean festival, right? So it's like carnival. I'm from Trinidad. Okay. So like I was born in Trinidad. I grew up here. So like Carabana is like a Caribbean festival that they have in Toronto. People from all over the world come, and it's crazy. Like the weekend, like all the American mans are down here going crazy. Like it's crazy still. Like it's crazy. It gets crazy. It hasn't been, obviously the last few years. It's been whatever, but like, you know, but like, yeah, it's crazy. Like growing up, like that was
right.
Lit.
How would you categorize your style of music? Onto, you know, how do you label it?
I just say raw energy, man. Like that's just what it is. Like I could hit a lot of different spectrums of my music. I feel like, you know, like I feel like I have a wide range when it comes to like how I make my music. So one moment you might hear something. I don't necessarily consider myself a singer or anything like that, but like you might hear something more on the melodic side, or like, you know, like Another Day, for example, one of my earlier tracks, earlier last year off of my album Filthy World. Go cop that. But yeah, I could go from there to, and I can go to like give you like that energy shit where you could get some strip club shit. I could give you some street anthem type shit. Like I could give you some personal shit, like, you know, some shit that really touch your soul. Like I feel like I could just go all across the board with it. You know what I mean?
You know why I think that though? Because when I listen to your music, you got a strong flow. So I think you could just go in different directions, because I don't know if it's just that energy, you apply it to whatever you're doing. You got a strong flow though.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. That's just how I approach it. Like I don't really force it too much. You know what I mean? I just let it, wherever the beat takes me, that's where I'm gonna go with it, and then I'm gonna just try to give the best that I can do on it. You know?
What made you make Another Day? The track Another Day, because you know that got some personal to it too, a little bit.
Yeah. That track is like, it's just really just thinking from the perspective of the person who is in the position of like, that point of no return. Make like it's like a point of no return decision moment. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, like yo, like you if you know you're about to do this, like my money's on my mind. All right, cool. What I gotta do? I gotta go rob a bank. Like I'm just using that as metaphors. You know what I mean? And then like yo, I should like obviously when you go and rob a bank, who's gonna come? The cops is gonna come. So you trying to get away. Boom, I'm gonna shoot a policeman in his face. So boom, I'm not gonna see another day because I'm on the run forever. Yo, today every day could be my last day at that point. You know what I mean? That's just the perspective that I was really thinking when I wrote that. So like, and then of course with everything going on with the police brutality against young black men in this world right now, especially over on you guys' side, like it's like, yo, how can you not? Like, when I was really thinking about that song, that played in a little bit there too. So like, those influences and those things, seeing those things happening across the world, it's just like, yo, like this is crazy. Like, like stop put it in the music, express it how you feel.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got Crispin on the song Tamale.
Yeah.
Man, that was a creative video, man. So just y'all can just tell me about making that video, the concept and recording it, man. Just y'all can talk about that for a minute.
That was a crazy day, right? You want to tell them about the video, fam? It's good.
Oh man, like what do you want to know? Like how we created
Like
it, or
how did y'all link up to
so
record it? Then what did the idea like let's do a video to this? Because that was creative, man. That was a creative video.
Appreciate that. Like
I
so
don't
like
know.
literally,
There was a day I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come check you. I'm like, I'm gonna come check you. So I went over to Shine's place, and then we were going through beats. So I had a couple of beats that I was saving. I'm like, yo, which one you want to jump on, type of thing. And we went through it, and he's like, yeah, let's do this one. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, yo. But we just did it. We just did it, and then after it was done, after listening to it, we're like, yo, this one's crazy.
banger,
This is crazy. We need to put this out.
Yeah.
And and then yeah, we just like, all right, what are we gonna do to it? And we came up with a couple ideas, some concepts, like the beach idea, get some girls in the video, and then on the day off, it was kind of impromptu. We just decided to do some skits and just put it all together, and then it came out nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dope. That was a long day, but that was a dope day, man. That was a dope day. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
We had fun that day still. That was an energy day for sure.
Yeah.
Sean, just tell us a little bit about the track. I'm just going through tracks on Feel the Generation. That's out on all platforms right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Feel
sir.
the Generation, Shine. Money Sign when you spell Shine.
Yes, sir.
Michael Jordan. Just talk to me about making that song. That's another dope one too.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man. So that song, like, that was like, that was one of the early songs that I made when I really started to like go hard with the music. I made that track in 2016, believe it or not. So like, and it was really just like, honestly, like I was making songs. I made like maybe like 5 or 6 songs at that point, like in a row, like just like over the course of like maybe like a week or so, and like nothing felt like, so like at this time I was living out west, in Saskatchewan. And I don't know if you know Saskatchewan, or it's another place in Canada. We call it out west. But yeah, I was living out there, and like was going in and out, in and out, in and out, whatever, working and doing everything, whatever, and just going through those processes. But I still needed something that with that bounce. So like one day I was just walking around the crib and was like balling on these niggas like I'm Michael Jordan, balling on these, and I just like stopped what I was doing and went and laid that shit right there. And like, yeah, that's what came out, like, just that was, I needed something like just like to take it to another, like, how like fucking like when you hear I'm in love with the coco, I'm in love with the coco, I wanted to get that same type of energy on a track, so like that's how that came about, like, so yeah.
Who influenced your style, or where did you get it from?
I mean, like, I feel like I've gotten a lot of like I like a lot of artists, like I think I'm just myself, to be honest. But like I like a lot of artists. Um, Fab is like one of my favorite artists of all time. Um, Lil Wayne, 50, Meek Mill, Future. Yeah, like the list goes on. Like, you know, there's a lot of artists that I really really like coming up. Nas, Hove, of course, Biggie, like, you know. But like, for as far as how I keep it, I try to like just be as authentic as I can be when it comes to the music, because like I feel like music should be a somewhat of a reflection of who you are. You know what I mean? Even if it's not like your experiences necessarily that you're talking about sometimes, because everybody can pull like influence from like anywhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's some real
But
shit. That's some real shit.
I feel like it should still be somewhat of a reflection of you, because you're the person that's presenting it at the end of the day. So like, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then another one that I really enjoyed was Really Trying to. So you just tell me about making Really Trying to.
Jeez, this guy's pulling out the archives, bro. Yo, that's another one of them early traps I did too. Like, I just like, yo, and that was one of them club, you know, like we go into the club, I'm coming to pick you up. Let's go. We gonna pop some bottles tonight. I'm known to blow a rubber band. Like that's how at one point in my life, like that was like a everyday type of shit, you know, like so so like it was just
art imitating life a little bit.
yeah. It was like, yo, like bitch, I'm shying. I'm known to blow a rubber band. We gonna go out and have a good time. Like, what's up? Like, you know. I'm chilling now. I'm reflecting now. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go. I can still do that, but like, hey, I ain't doing that no more. Like, you know, we're making better decisions now. You know?
No, definitely. So we'll get to Crispin. What's the rap scene to you look like in Toronto right now?
Yeah. Shit, Toronto right now, it's there's a lot of great new music coming out. But a lot of it is stuck in street politics. So I try to keep away from certain things, you know what I mean? And meaning and you could tell in certain in the music that I put out. But I know that with what's going on, they're still putting out great music. So I gotta stay on top of that. I gotta be on top of that, you know. And all the music that I put out, I gotta match, even though they're talking about certain things, it's still gotta match what's the word I'm looking for? It gotta be on the same stage as the other artists that are putting out music out there. So yeah, it's there's great music coming out, but at the same time, I gotta get on a level where people see and notice my music as well. Because
I mean, you can do your thing and still, you know, be on that scene as well.
Yeah.
How did you get into making music at first?
Oh man, I've been making music for a minute now. I've been making music for a couple of years now. One of the things that I remember I was ready to quit. I sold all my shit. I'm like, now I'm done with music. And just like Shine, I moved out west. For a bit, but I was in a different city. And then I'm like, while I'm out there, I'm dreaming about this shit. I had a dream that I met Jay-Z and shit. I'm like, what the? Like, yo, like, what's going on? Yo, a week later, I went back and I bought all my studio equipment. I'm like, all right, it's time to record again. You got to get back on this.
It's like a sign or something, man.
Exactly. But it's just a love that I have, because growing up in my house, like my dad is a DJ in Toronto, so he used to like go and do competitions and win awards. So there's always music in my house. So it's just a part of me. I just took, instead of doing the DJing part, I took the part of the MC where I'm writing the lyrics and creating the music, you know? So yeah, it's in the blood.
How did you and Shine meet each other, and how long y'all known each other? Because hold on, before you even start, I booked y'all separately for this episode, not knowing that y'all knew each other.
That's a fact.
Y'all found out like yesterday or 2 days ago that y'all was gonna be on here.
I was like, yo, say a word.
Yeah, when I saw you post that, I'm like, yo, okay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we go back, running around in Toronto and shit.
College days.
We go back, and like we've been being shy. We've been making music for a minute. We were supposed to drop a mixtape, and
Forever. We
my
got like
system
so much
my
tracks
system
together.
crashed. My system, yeah, it crashed. So we never end up like the stuff with us up on YouTube. Oh, my first video I shot, first video I shot, it was me and Shine
Yeah.
too. It's called Where I'm From.
Like yo,
Yeah,
I could even expand on that. Like yo, like this like back in the day when I was taking music serious, like we've been doing this for a while, fam. Like real talk. Like back in the day when I was taking this shit serious, like I wanna say like 2011 times. Like yeah, 2011 times. Like, this man that said, yo, come record at my crib. You know what I mean? And say, let's do this, let's do that. Put together tracks for us to like, really like. So even this man in a way like helped me get through the process of like really taking it serious. You know what I mean? Like believing that I could do it in a sense too. Like you know what I mean? Like I knew I could do it, but like man said like, yo, you're nice, fam. Like come on this, come jump on this track, or like come do this or come do that. Like I'm performing over here. Let's go perform the track over here. Like you know what I mean? And then like yo, that put the battery in my back to like do it more and more and more and more and more. Like and start building my shit too. Like
Sure.
yeah, that's a. And
Go ahead.
to cut you off. Go
No, you
ahead. Go
good?
ahead. Yeah. So now one of the reasons is because I remember. I don't remember if it was a freestyle or whatever I heard from him, and I'm like, yo, this man is dope. I mean, he's sick. So I'm like, yo, let's do music together. And then the more stuff I heard of his, I'm like, yo, this guy is one of the nicest to come out of Toronto. Like he has the whole package. So I always believed in his shit. Always. So that's why I always used to be like, yo, come record, yo, come do this, come do that. Cause I always believed in his shit.
sure.
This was shit artists gotta do. Even down here in the South, for real, we gotta support each other, artists and shit like that. The fact that y'all in the same city support each other for so long, that's a big deal. I mean, because you don't see that often. You don't see that often, for real.
It's day one for sure. That's day one.
It's always competition. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Whether it's spoken or unspoken.
whatever we do, like whatever I do is never gonna affect what that man does, and what he does is never gonna affect what I do, right? So we
that's
just
true.
bring what we bring to the table and we eat together. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Crispin, I went through some of your songs and stuff like that, and I kept going back to My Vision. That's probably my favorite song by you right now. Just talk to me a little bit about My Vision. How long did it take to make it? You know what I'm saying?
That was the last song that I put on the mixtape Man of the Year. So those are five songs. But My Vision was the last song that I put on there, and it took me about maybe about 2 to 3 days to put it together. I just felt like after I went through all the songs, I felt like there was something missing, because for me, I like to storytell, but I'm big on lyrics as well, right? And when I went through the 5 songs that I had together, I'm like, all right, the storytelling is there. So that's Melanin. There's a little something like What's My Motive is a little bit more up tempo a bit, but I'm like something with lyrics, something with what I'm feeling, what I'm going through is not on there yet. So that's how I came up with My Vision, and I just wanted to just have that lyrics and have the bars in there.
Yeah. My favorite line from that right there is I've been thinking lately, what do my niggas rate me? Just the way you came at it, the delivery when you said that. I mean, I guess it's just a thought that artists have, you know what I'm saying? What do the other people think, of them, spoken or not spoken or whatever. I mean, you just kind of got personal right there. And I like when artists do shit like that.
It's about the music, but it's not just about it's not just about the music. For example, like I've known Shine for a minute, right? So it's like so it's like so it's like I've been doing this music, stuff, I've been doing these other things, right? And it's like, yo, I've been trying to show, like, me personally, I'm like a business man, business minded. So other than the music, because I love to make music, is that's where my passion is. But another thing is I'm business minded as well, right? So I'm always thinking about new businesses and ventures to get into. So it's like when I'm not in a spot that I aspire to be, and I'm showing other people like, yo, this is the way. Like, I don't want to work for another man. I don't want to do this for another man. I want to have this for myself. So when I'm not there at that certain spot, in my head is like, yo, I've been trying to show everybody this light, and I'm not there as yet. Like, where do they rate me? Like, do they rate what I'm telling them? Do they understand what I'm trying to show them, even though I'm not there as yet, you know?
Yeah. No, it resonated with me. I got what you were trying to say with it. Like I said, the delivery, the beat. That's what I wanted to ask you too. How'd you come across the beat for that song too? That gave me like some old school New York vibes too.
Yeah. No, I'm always listening to beats. One of the things that I do, I'm always listening to instrumentals. And I think that was one of those ones that I was just listening to it late at night, and it spoke to me, so I could exactly what I wanted to say. I was able to attach it to the beat, and it let me just get my emotions out.
All right. What was I seen your video too, 24 hours. What was the thinking? What was the thinking behind the concept for that video?
This was me coming back. When I left, because I left Toronto for a bit. So this was my yo, I'm back in the city. I'm here. You're gonna see me. You're gonna hear me. And there's 24 hours in a day, and I'm gonna make sure I use every single hour so that you hear what I gotta say. So, and the visuals is more it's downtown Toronto, so the core of Toronto. So that's where that video was shot, where everything is going on. So I had to make the visuals match the energy that I was bringing.
Right. And I want to ask all y'all too, because y'all got videos on YouTube, Met and Shine. Do it take like one day to shoot a video, or do y'all have to like go back and shoot some more shit? Like just far as filming, do it take one day?
Well, I don't know who want to answer that first. I don't know.
It don't matter because I don't know.
It depends. It depends.
Yeah,
it depends. It depends. Like sometimes you could go one day. Sometimes you shoot for like probably a week. It depends what you want. You know, if it's you gotta put those shots together, right? So like the planning of it all doesn't happen in one day. Definitely, like
nah,
you know. But the shooting could happen in one day if you plan it right. But it just depends.
My first video, Story No J's, it took me 2 days. And the only reason it took me 2 days because that one was we had planned to shoot it outside. For some reason that day it fucking stormed, and it was so pretty right until that day, right until the hour we got ready to shoot. Mm-hmm. So I had to go right. I'm talking about, and this crazy because like I shout out to Ken SL because like this dude didn't know us from a can of paint. He said with us for probably like additional 5 hours just in the house, in my mom's house, just kicking it and talking, you know, just on some first time meeting us shit, like just in there just enjoying. Like that just always throw me like that. How comfortable he was just to be in that environment, was chilling. Like he had never, you know what I'm saying, met us before. He was just, but it took us 2 days only because for some reason that day we getting ready. It was good. It was so sunny. And then all of a sudden it you know, stormed out, you know, everything. But then I got another one that's coming up, you know, that I'm shooting on the 7th of February where it's going to be more cinematic based. So we got a script. And so depending on how this one go, we might have to shoot it over the course of a couple of days because we got a whole storyline and we trying to go. So if we run out of sunlight or if we can't get this, you know, going on, we might have to do it over multiple days. So it just honestly depends, you know. So
And Shine, I checked out Wartime too. That was a tight ass video too.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Wartime was nice, man. And
yeah,
song was nice too. That's hold on. Time out. You got one too that just came out. Damn, my OG turned me to a monster.
Who, me?
Yeah. Let me look that shit up, man. Hold on. I think it's called Street something.
Which track?
It's called Street Song. Let me see. That shit go in. I was listening to that. Street Life, yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, man. No. That ain't me.
Fuck. Look, bro. It's somebody out here with the same name as you.
Yeah.
I've been vibing to this shit.
With the same name. Yeah. There's a man with the same name out there still.
I just let you go to it, and I seen a couple of people on there for you, but I added the one that got Crispin on it to just, it's like seeing that. And I just looked at the video too, but
bro, I've been vibing to this shit. I thought it was you.
There's a next man with my name on there too on the Apple Music.
Yeah.
On Spotify. Like I don't know how to change that, like I don't know how to like report that. He put out. I think that's like his first thing that he put out recently, like about 6 months ago or some shit like that. I don't know, man, but I don't know how to get rid of it. But I don't pay attention to that stuff. Like it is what it is. Like I can't control that, right? So I just do me, yo.
Nah, that motherfucker did make a good song though. I ain't gonna bullshit.
Yeah, hey man, I know, like straight.
Ain't gonna bullshit, boy.
Hey, shout out to him, yo. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, shout out to him, yo. If the shit's dope, I don't think I heard it still, but like, yeah, if it's dope, it's done.
Yeah. I have one more for Crispin too. Melanin was a strong song. What did the idea come for you to make Melanin? Because that was a good hook.
That came from everything that's been going on, that and everything that I've gone through in life, just having this skin, so being able to write from that perspective, I was able to create Melanin. But at the same time, what other people don't understand is, and I remember there was that light skin, dark skin type of thing going on. I think it was on Instagram or whatever. I'm like, when we get pulled over, when we get pulled up or jammed up, they're gonna treat us like all niggas.
You got 1%. You got 1%. That's it.
I'm dark as hell. Miguel gonna get treated the same way.
Yeah, light skin and dark skin, we all in. A fact. So yeah, that's where that came from. That's where that and one of the craziest thing about that song is when I perform it, even in front of a white audience, they're still vibing. They're like, yo, that's
it's a good song, yeah.
Did
you get shot in the video or Shine did? Shine got shot.
Shine got
shot in the video.
I got shot in the video, fam.
I'll tell you, boy, y'all be on these videos, but he cussed us, boy. I swear, man, y'all got these videos on lock, man.
We be working.
Hell yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Damn, y'all be coming up these videos. I've been enjoying watching this shit too. I've been on my TV, just going through all the videos, watching them.
That's dope.
I'm trying to think about. I think that's all of them I seen for real though. Yeah. So we can get out of here with the KaWhi question. How did y'all enjoy y'all last season with KaWhi? Did y'all know he was leaving? For sure, y'all did, right?
Yo, I had at the time I had a next door neighbor. Yo, the next door neighbor started crying in the middle of the night, yo.
Oh, he didn't know then. He didn't know.
It was a girl still. I'm like, yo, why is she crying? Yo? She's like, why is leaving?
Yo.
It didn't touch you like that, did it?
You know what, man? Like me and Sean, we made money off of that.
Yeah, we made money off. Yeah, we got
off that.
Yeah.
Y'all had a bet that he would leave.
Yo, we actually had a viral. Like, we had a viral moment off that shit, man. Like,
we were downtown, like pushing shirts and shit.
Yeah, we were selling KaWhi shirts, like fun guy shirts. You know how they call him a fun guy? So like, yo, we made shirts with his face on it. Put fun guy on it.
Over ESPN. Like,
and like, yo, you remember how the guy when the guy said on live TV, it went viral. It was on like Shade Room and all that shit. When the guy the reporter asked him the question, and the guy said he's gonna fuck her in the pussy or some shit like that.
I think so. Yeah, I think I remember
that was us, you know. we were in that clip. We were like, the guy to the side of him was me, and then the next guy next to me was him.
I think I remember it a little bit. It's been a little while.
I'm gonna send you the clip after. I'm gonna send you the clip.
Send it to me. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys the clip after. So.
Yeah.
It's funny as hell, yo. We didn't know nothing about that shit, yo. The man he was just doing whatever he wanted to do. We were just trying to promote our shirts on the news, like, you know, like yeah. We're about to be on the news. The reporter said, come talk to her. So
ESPN stay up in Toronto doing basketball season.
Yeah, yo. So yo, we got on there. It was a nice little thing still, you know.
Yeah. So I mean, shit, I'm fresh out of questions, man, for real. I'm just glad y'all gave me y'all time today and stuff like that. Y'all want to shout out any future stuff y'all got going on up there in Toronto?
I'm working on another project called New Day. In a minute is out on SoundCloud. You know, I'm waiting for it to get on all these different platforms on iTunes and titles. There's a little hold up on United Masters, but it should be out soon.
You still got content out though. That's what I was telling you when we was messaging. I'm like, shit, I'm still listening to what you got out though. So it didn't really hold me up like that for real.
Yeah.
Shine, what you got up for this year?
Yeah, man. I'm just dropping more hits, man. Like I'm just gonna go on like a single spree for a little bit, you know. I just dropped.
Everybody, that's 2021, man. Everybody
I'm about to go on a little single spree. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't blame y'all.
I did an album last year, and I know that was cool. Like, you know, now it's like I'm about to just drop a bunch of singles for like the next couple months, and I just dropped a freestyle to warm it up a little bit for the beginning of the year mansion party. You know, it's doing all right.
That's the vibe. I'm gonna drop me a single this year, shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, drop a single, fam. Like straight up. Like, what do you mean? Like, drop a single, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I swear, everybody, no, seriously though, everybody I had on the show been telling me that's the vibe this year.
Yeah, right now, like, cause yo, you could put like I noticed that like yo, I put a lot into my project, and like. It maybe like it was decent, like it had like a decent response to it. I think like people listen to it, people fuck with it, everybody that fuck with it. So I feel like yo, I put a lot of focus into that, and like if I could put that same budget and that same focus into just like one at a time, then like I could probably see like a bigger.
Probably get more bang for your buck, man, for real.
More bang for your dollars, you know.
Yeah, and then that's what they were saying. Like if the response get high enough, then you got the tape right there ready. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I got like the next like 5 singles lined up, to be honest. I'm just picking and choosing which order I'm gonna go.
That's smart. That just sounds like you working smarter and not harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's about. You know, just being ready. Ready. Like, you know, I know I have a body of work that you know I'm proud of, and can take me through the next year of just like, okay, that's a body of work there. So now, like, yo, just drop about 5 singles in a row and just go crazy with singles for a while, and then come back with another project, you know, either late 21 or, you know, early 22, you know.
Right. On your time, you control your content.
Yeah, we independent, baby, you know, we come in.
Yeah, you control your content.
Take my time with it, you know, take my time with it, you
know. Like I said again, go run up Metrical Opportunity, anything for fame, man. That's a great video, great song. Man, we had a lot of good talent here tonight. Episode 72, 73, shit, I don't know. We all see on YouTube. Anyways, I want to plug my merch, man. I got the merch, goddamn plug back going on. And I got shirts coming through, and I got face masks for your ass. I'm gonna wear it first though, and then I'm gonna see what the response is on it though. I got the face mask coming too.
We gotta send the man a care package.
Yeah, I gotta send you a care package too, fam.
I'm accumulating now.
I forgot to mention. I just dropped my merch like officially, like it's ready on the website. The website is good to go. I wanted to announce it here first. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fucking hobby, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the merch? What's the merch? Oh, 50th generation.
50th generation shirts. I'm gonna send you the pictures of it. I don't even have one on right now. I'm stupid. Like, why don't I have one on right now, right?
You can always come back, man.
But like, shit, but yeah, I'm gonna send one to you for sure. I'm gonna send one to you.
We can swap that shit around, man. Like I said, I got that shit coming. Man, I tried it before, but that's a whole topic, man. Just merch is very difficult if you don't do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
merch is fucking a whole different beast, man.
It is. Just learning it piece by piece, you know? Just trying to figure it out, man.
Yeah. Outside of this metrical though, we gotta connect. You know what I mean?
For sure. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at big.dripper. I'm gonna follow you guys back. You know what I'm saying? We got
what's it, Big Drip?
Yep, big BIG, like a dot, like period, and then Dripper DRIPPER.
All right, got you.
Follow you guys back. We can be connected. You know what I'm saying? Work on something. It don't, it's up, whatever.
And this is crazy because Met's like my brother, but he's a fucking amazing artist. Like y'all gonna really like what y'all hear from this man.
Yeah, I like his page already. I'm on his page right now.
Man,
tuning in right now.
Follow you guys back. I just follow you back.